Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MXGP 2020. We're going to be using Romain Febvre from the Monster Energy Kawasaki racing team on board the Kawasaki KX450 right here in Neuquen, Argentina for today's MXGP Monday DrAce video. So here we are in Neuquen. We're going to be starting from the last place on the grid. Of course, it doesn't really matter if we start from first or last. We're going to be over there in the first couple of corners. We're going to be battling for the victory. Hopefully we can take the whole shot and get the best start we can. But we'll soon find out in a moment's time. Waiting for the barriers to drop, the gates to drop. It's very bumpy on this side of the section of the track, so we have to be very careful to make sure we get through as quickly as possible, as we got a pretty bad start there, but we are managing to regain a couple more positions. There's Tony Cairoli, Tim Geiser ahead. And there's a bit of a battle here. I think it was Glenn Coldenhoff who was giving us a bit of a shove. We're going to fight back. Fight fire with fire, as everyone doesn't seem to go for a scrub there in this first sort of jump. It's definitely not wise to go for the scrubs earlier on. Get a bit more confidence on the bike as we try and hook it in. Take a wider but tighter line for some of the other riders, but we're going to take the tightest line. That's how I enjoy doing these particular corners. Now over the few jumps with Tim Geiser, Clement de Sal and Tony Cairoli are leading this MXGP, race 1 of 2. It's now following the berms, especially in this part here, gaining a lot of time by getting that berm right. If you get it wrong, you lose quite a significant amount of time. Let's go for another jump there in a difficult part of the track here. This corner caught me off guard so many times, even on previous MXGP games. But thankfully this time we navigated pretty well. Again, getting into the berm. Keep right or left, it's up to you, but don't veer off into between. You tend to lose a bit of time that way, as Clement de Sal has now taken the lead. The Monster Energy Kawasaki racing team, teammate of Romain Febvre rather. Now for a few jumps. Bump, careful not to go out of bounds there, because it will reset you back to the previous position the way you started. And it can be quite brutal with that as well, actually. Even if you only clip just the outside of it, if it comes up on the screen, it will boot you back and reset you back to the position you were. So this is going to be a shorter Grand Prix compared to the last video we did with Tim Geiser. That was more of a 5-lap or 6-lap race, where this one's going to be 3 or 4, or potentially even 5, as Cairoli and Clement de Sal really battling out at the front. The KTM and the Kawasaki. Whoa, look at that, in unison, both going for a scrub. Beautiful stuff there. We didn't go for the scrub ourselves. I find that I can't really get the scrub just as where I want it in the helmet cam. And of course I'm not using the third-person camera because it's just bloody awful on this game for some strange reason. I don't know if that'll ever be fixed, but for the time being the helmet cam is the way to go, and the helmet cam is where I enjoy. So expect to see the helmet cam a lot more in these MXGP Mondays, as Clement de Sal is further ahead on the track. As we get our very first scrub of the game. I don't know if I've done any. Yeah, I think I did scrubs with Paul Jonas in I forget the track, but yes, in Kajums in Latvia, of course, in his home track. Now, Paul Jonas tried to deny us from the podium last time out. If you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. But a little bit of a spoiler, but nothing too much, as Paul Jonas was a man on a mission on that one, trying to stop us from getting the victory or even the podium positions. It's Clement de Sal. Oh, Clement de Sal fighting back on his teammate Romain Febvre. As we almost went a little bit wide there as well, but go towards the final corners now. As now Cairoli indicates there's 2 laps remaining. Cairoli time is well in effect now, so if you have seen MXGP before, you know Tony Cairoli really kicks up another gear when there's those 2 minutes or 2 laps remaining, should I say. As Clement de Sal is desperate to get away from Romain Febvre, but we've got the bit between our teeth now. We're in the stages of catching Clement de Sal, and that's the best place to be sometimes. The more pressure is on when you're trying to defend opposed to trying to attack. You have the sort of reference in front of you. There's the green smoke plumes from the right-hand side. Good to see a little bit of a fan appearance compared to the real-world aspect of this sport that we have at the minute. It's Clement de Sal actually getting away from us now. We're going to have to really dig deep to chase down de Sal. Not the best of lap time from him as well. I don't think we've even got into the 1:34s or 35s for that matter. It's not been our best and most efficient lap times. We are doing what we can to try and chase down de Sal. That's I am finding on MXGP 20 compared to the likes of Ride 4 and MotoGP. If you don't get that good start that you really need, the race can be really difficult to catch up. Oh, a little bit of a moment there before we entered the hill. You have to be really careful, of course, using the right analog stick and left analog stick to position the rider and the bike's weight. Something different to your more road-style motorbike games such as Ride 4 and MotoGP, etc. I do like the aspect of having this secondary analog stick as another sort of pivot or pilot, if you will. So we are running out of time to catch up to DeSalle, our tiny Cairoli, and it looks like that DeSalle might be closing in on Cairoli, so we could still have a Kawasaki winner, but it wouldn't be the man we wanted to win. Of course, if you're a fan of DrAce, you'll be wanting Romain Febvre to win, because that's of course who we're using. And if you haven't subscribed already, and now's a great time to do so, before it gets really hectic, because we are being pursued by about 4 other MXGP riders here. And I do believe in that pack there's going to be some very feisty and aggressive riders. Already it's Tim Geiser. Tim Geiser from the previous video. Oh my goodness. Is that Jeremy Van Hoorbeek? No, it's Jeremy Sewer who's now ahead of us. Oh my goodness. We were destined for the podium and it's already been pinched away from us from Tim Geiser and co. Tim Geiser, of course, we used out last time out. Didn't manage to get the victory with Tim. But hopefully he's not going to try and destroy our hopes of a podium here. He is doing a grand job of stopping us from getting there, but we're going to have to do what we can. Dig down deep a little bit more. Go into the berm the right speed. Excellently done so far. Jeremy Sewer is just still... Oh, big bump there. We have to chase Sewer down. Come on. Only a few more corners to navigate. A few more jumps to execute. It's not going to happen. I think Sewer has definitely taken third place, the final spot on the podium that we were desperate to collect. It's not going to happen as Tony Cairoli wins here in race 1 of Neuquen. It will be Clement DeSalle in second and Jeremy Sewer third, with the Romain Febvre finishing just off the podium. So that is our top 10 of Cairoli, DeSalle, Sewer, Febvre, Tim Geiser and Henry Jacobi, Simpson, Koldenhoff and Van Hoorbeek and Yarminas Yaskinos. So here we are back in the fray for race 2 of Neuquen Argentina, a track I really do enjoy, so it'd be great if we can get a victory here. Starting now as the grids all drop down, the gates have dropped, the barriers have dropped, whatever you want to call them, and we're going to make it a good start as we take the whole shot. Romain Febvre takes the whole shot in race 2. Disappointment it didn't get onto the podium last time out, but this time Romain Febvre has got the bit between his teeth and he really wants to go for it now. Oh, an early scrub. I love to see it. Come on, Romain Febvre. Come on, DrAce. We have been without a victory in about 3 videos on MXGP. I think that needs to end now, so the best place to do it is to get out to the front and disappear into the distance. A bit like what Jeffrey Hurlings were doing just the other year. But this time it's going to be with Romain Febvre, an eager and hungry DrAce, starving if anything, because 3 videos without a Grand Prix victory is disappointing. But if we can make the double, we can get a race victory and the Grand Prix victory, that would be absolutely superb. But that is a magnificent start from Febvre on the Monster Energy Kawasaki, as we're going to follow the berm pretty nicely. You're only using a little bit of right analog stick there, not chucking a full lean angle, because you will fall off. And of course with a throttle you have to be relatively gentle, I would say, on MXGP. You get the impression that you can just absolutely welly it, but it's no, you need to be somewhat smooth and somewhat gentle, just like you would on Ride 4 and MotoGP. So we now approach the final corners of the first lap. There's going to be 1.5 minutes remaining until we indicate for the final 2 laps. Pretty decent start, I would say, and we're quite far ahead of the rest of the pack. We do have a eager rider coming from behind. I'm not sure who it was, I didn't actually see. I think it's Tony Cairoli. But as long as we focus on what's ahead and don't look back, we should be okay here. So a quick point as well, Neuquen Argentina was one of the very first videos I did on MXGP back in 2014, 2016, I think it was MXGP 2. I'm not actually sure which one it was, but I did a video in Neuquen Argentina, and that was a long ass time ago. Now it's 2021 and we're in MXGP 2020, and I'm gonna say my first impressions were pretty bad of this game because of the god-awful physics. But in helmet cam, that changes everything. In helmet cam, this game is a blast. without helmet cam it looks pretty pants, so there it is. So if you are interested in seeing more MXGP 2020 comment, of course let me know in the comment section down below. Always eager to do more content on the content that we like. And of course MXGP 2020 being relatively brand new, I'm eager to do more content. So I'm thinking definitely MXGP Mondays is going to be a thing. So if you're looking forward to MXGP, keep an eye out on your Mondays. Hit the notification bell if you haven't done already. That's a great way to keep on top of the videos that I upload, because bear in mind I do upload every single day. So maybe you'll miss one or two if you're not seeing that notification. But anyway, back to the race, because it's only 2 minutes remaining, which will be effectively 2 laps, and then that's it. It's time for the big boys. And if it is going... Oh my goodness, a huge mistake there, but how much time do we lose as Romain Febvre indicates the final 2 laps? Paul Jonas is somewhere behind, but hopefully he's not close enough to deny me victory like he denied me the podium the other time out. We're not going to allow it to happen, as we set a 136 something early. I think it was 136.3 that we set, or 136.6. Not sure if we managed to set the 136.1. I actually just missed it. I don't find the information that's given to you on MXGP 2020 as good as Ride 4 and MotoGPs. It's hard for me to sort of conjure up some of the commentaries for it because I don't have all the information. It's rather lacking on that information front, as we have lost more time. Whoever is coming seriously fast. It could indeed be Tony Cairoli, and if that's the case, that will be Cairoli time, and Cairoli turns into another beast when it's those final 2 laps. I'm going to really go for here. Come on, Febvre. I've seen Clement de Sal just a further back in the pack there, so we'll definitely be taking top spots and top honours as Kawasaki rider, which is good to see. Really liking this Kawasaki compared to the other bikes. We've used the Husqvarna, the KTM, and of course the Honda. Really enjoying the Kawasaki. I would probably say the Honda was my favourite with Tim Geiser. I really enjoyed that one. And then the Kawasaki, it feels pretty nice. It does feel not as smooth as the Honda or as the Husqvarna. I find the Kawasaki was a little bit slow, but at the same time it seems to be helping me lead this Grand Prix, so I can't be mad. As I think it's Jaskinas who's coming actually. We'll have to be very careful here because he's not that far behind, but it is only 1 lap remaining. Can we do it? Can we take the first victory in MXGP 2020? It's about bloody time if it's going to be. And I'm very eager to find out. Come on, Romain Febvre. This is your time to shine. On board that Kawasaki, DrAce and Febvre going for a dream lineup here. Fun fact as well for you, this will be absolutely perfect because Romain Febvre's number used to be 461. And all my social media handles have DrAce 461 in it. And that wasn't actually because of Romain Febvre, and in fact it was always annoying because when I used to play MXGP, I wanted the number 461. And of course I couldn't have it because Romain Febvre already had it, so that's that. But if you're wondering why I do have that, it's because 46 is Valentino Rossi and 1 is Ace. So there it is, 461. But anyway, back to the race because Jaskinas is actually coming, and we're going to have to be really careful now. There's not that many corners left to negotiate, so surely this time we're not going to get denied a victory or a podium. Definitely the podium is in reach. We're going to have an absolute collapse for Jaskinas to pinch this one now. Surely we cannot allow him to catch us. Perfectly done for those tough corners. Oh, a little bit out of track there, but it's all good. Last 2 corners remaining now. Can we do it? We've got this in the bag. Romain Febvre is going to win here in Neuquen, Argentina, and DrAce gets his first win in MXGP 2020. So that is a fantastic race and a fantastic result in race 2 for Neuquen, Argentina. Febvre wins with Jaskinas second, and Paul Jonas takes 3rd place. Gauthier Paulion just missed out with Cairoli and Boutron. Henry Jacobi, Tim Geiser, Clement de Sal and Ivo Monticelli on the gas. A pretty damn decent result and a pretty damn decent race weekend here in Neuquen, Argentina. So one final look now. There's the achievement. Congratulations to me, congratulations to you guys. And of course Romain Febvre does take the Grand Prix victory just by 2 points over Cairoli. Cairoli just managed to pinch a few more spots and it'd be a different story entirely. Well guys, that has been MXGP 2020 with Romain Febvre. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, and I shall see you next time. Ciao for now.